Oh, Stephen A. Smith. Oh, Stephen A. Smith. He's upset with David Falk, Jordan's agent, because he has Kobe Bryant over LeBron James. Now, it's not so much even about Jordan be number one, but it's the Kobe thing. And why do I think that's the case? Why is it? Well, there's a lot of reasons at work. I am still a firm believer that when Magic Johnson brought LeBron James out to LA, it's because Kobe's reputation off the court still kind of had a soil, if you will, because of his situation from back 20 plus years ago. And some people, from a PR perspective, I do believe that in part, not only to come out and win, but this was also a PR move with LeBron James coming to LA. And in the process, dare I say, some people were trying to bump Kobe off the records, off the books. I'm not trying to say they can't wipe him away, but there's a way that they have kind of nudged him. The LeBron James in LA thing ain't just basketball. I truly believe it's a PR move. And I think in light of Kobe situation that occurred and LeBron being Mr. Clean allegedly, even though Allen Iverson once told you ain't no man squeaky clean, but this is what the facade is. It's definitely a maneuvering tactic, and he ain't there just by accident, So, anyway, David Falk said that. David Falk said he had Kareem or Kobe, and then he said LeBron perhaps in the top 10, and he made the remark about the rings. Well, anyway, Stephen A. Smith got in the bonnet, and his hair went to recede even further back because it's not fashionable on TV to say that you have Kobe Bryant over LeBron James, even though a lot of the players do, but the so-called heads on sticks, I think because Kobe was not good PR. And let me tell you a story. Gayle King tried to go at Kobe, and in some conversations I've had with certain people, Kobe Bryant was almost seen like the R. Kelly of basketball. Now we talking legalities, but we also talking personal. We talking on the, because he was always in the shadow of Jordan, just kind of like R. Kelly would be in the shadow of Michael Jackson. Just saying, musically, etc. But anyway, there were some people who made that assessment about Kobe, and he is still polarizing. They don't, usually when the player is deceased and they were great, some people go out of their way to or extra anoint them. And I've seen it. I've heard it. But his case, because of what happened off the basketball court, they have been more inclined to deduct him, acknowledge him, but he has caught deduction. And if you think I'm lying, I'm telling you, this is one of the reasons. I still believe that's one of the reasons why Magic was able to nudge him to LA. I truly believe it's PR involved and who he is and branding. But David Falk got him all upset. Well, first of all, who cares what an agent says? And why would you be so inclined because of Jordan? See, I'm going to tell you like this. This is what I'm going to say. Jordan's coming back to NBC, right? And he's going to have his take and his persona. But he can't sway people who think what they think, because people are entitled to their opinion. But LeBron can't sway people to think like he think, because they're entitled to their opinion. And like I said before, I'm kind of tired of both of it, because I wish there was some happy medium of players that would get a say about what they like. The problem is that everything has to be this, is that, and the other. And it doesn't have to be that way. There's too many great players that haven't gotten their due, and they belong in the conversation. Because I'll be one. No, LeBron is not top 3 or 4 or 5. Stephen A. doesn't like to hear it. He ain't better than Tim Duncan. And he ain't more dominant than Shaquille O'Neal. And I'll still take Magic and Bird over him. We don't talk about Russell and Chamberlain, so come on now. And I take Curry over him too. Better leader. But anyway, just saying. But having said all that though, this is not gonna, one of the thing about it is Jordan can have his agents and whoever say what they want to say, and that's fair game. However, it's not gonna be, it's gonna be like you could say that, but you don't want to keep coming across petty, because that's one of the problems anything associated with Jordan. And he is petty. I'm not gonna argue about who's better of the two, But I'm tired of the two as well. I mean, like, there are a lot of other players that deserve to get their shine, you know. But I am telling you, there's multiple layers with this Kobe thing. And it ain't all just on the court. That's not why they don't want him to be ranked up higher. See, when they talk about LeBron, they want to make him out like he's been some civil rights guru and he done stood for the cause and he stood to the man and all that. And they want to. And they got this thing where they got this bonnet where he's number two. They can't even give you a definitive reason because they can't tell you that he's done more than Kareem. They only gonna tell you he's more athletic than Bird and Magic, but they can't tell you with a straight face that he's so much better than them. Can't tell you he's more dominant than Shaquille O'Neal. Can't tell you he was more overall as deep as Tim Duncan. They can't tell you that. They got no answers. But he's sold and he's been around, and that's one thing they're lingering on with that. That's the kind of, but there's a lot of layers to it. But yeah, Stephen A's always getting himself, if you don't say, because he's company man, and it's not fashionable to say Kobe's name. It's just not. And there's for a lot of reasons, but theirs is not basketball. But they'll never come out and say it because there's a reason why Magic had a hand in bringing LeBron to LA and how that all worked out. And these things aren't by accident. They are calculating. But David Falk is entitled to his opinion, and I don't think he see anything. The only problem is it do come across kind of petty, because it sounds like something Jordan might say or what have you, and they've been looking. But it's not going to have the kind of landing because there's a whole generation has only seen their so-called superstars move around when they want to, and they are removed from what life was like before that because you don't have a lot of people who stay in one place. Steph Curry, so far, he's going to stay, probably going to retire and go in state. But it's not the norm these days. These cats do a lot of circulating, so we shall see. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm on one time. Peace.